Hey, my name is Joel Brown. I am a second year BSc Pharmaceutical Technology student here at the University of Technology.
Hey, I'm Kemar Whyte, and I'm third year student here at the University of Technology, and I'm studying medical technology.
And today we are here to
Compare majors. So let's dive into our study. So first question is, what do you think my major involves?
Well, when I think of medical technology, I assume you do a lot of lab work and basically do diagnostic tests for diseases.
Interesting for a person that's just learning about our course study. So yes, our major involved actually analyzing blood samples, collecting tissue components, and actually aiding diagnosis to help a physician come to treatment of patients, etc.
Well, pharmaceutical technology essentially focuses on the effective formulation of pharmaceuticals, nutraceuticals, and cosmetics. Sometimes a lot of people just assume that we only deal with drug formulation, but we deal with nutraceuticals is basically any food formulation that brings about nutrition and therapeutics. I have another question for you, Kemar.
Sure.
Where do you spend most of your time on campus?
So I spent most of my time on campus in the laboratory. So what I do mostly in those laboratories is normally I just practice slides for hematology. I didn't mention that before as a discipline, but yes, we do hematology where we actually study blood cells and stuff like that. Like personally, we're anemic.
We spend time in the microbial lab as well. So we basically...
So we have something in common.
right. So we basically circulate a lot of the labs on campus. But the major lab though is the pharmaceutics lab, because that is where we delve into the major drug development and dispensing of. Well, we are trained, or we study with pharmacy students for the first 2 years. We are not trained to dispense, however, we are trained to develop and compound basic prescription dosage forms.
What types of careers are possible from your major?
Well, there are many, and it's not even possible to list all the various possibilities. Right. Because as I said before, we do not have to stick to drug formulation. We can venture into nutraceuticals or cosmetics. Of course, you have drug manufacturing, you have pre-formulation, you have quality assurance and regulatory measures.
We're not just a medical technologist. We're supposed to be referred to as a medical laboratory scientist or a clinical laboratory scientist. So if it's a case where you finish your degree and you don't want to work in the lab, there are other things that you can actually do. You can actually venture into research, become a research assistant. You can also become a teaching assistant in the medical field as well. And you can also specialize in any of the disciplines. So it doesn't limit you to actually finish the degree. And if you're not comfortable sitting down in the lab, then you can go ahead and venture into something else in the medical field.
All right, so what advice would you give to someone considering your major?
All right, so someone considering my major, what I would actually tell that person to do at first is to actually do a research on the major before you're actually venturing into the major, because I'm going to be honest with you, it's not an easy road. I also advise persons that whenever you're choosing this type of major, don't choose it based off your parents, what your parents want for you. Choose it based off what you want for yourself.
I would advise you to just do some research. See the relevance and the significance of this course of study, of this career in this 21st century. And I'm sure and positive that you will not regret starting. So if it is that you are someone who is passionate about discovery, development, and innovation, whether it is in pharmaceuticals, cosmetics, or nutraceutical products, I would say that this is the most practical and hands-on place for you to study here at the University of Technology.
Okay.
All right, Kemar.
Thank you, Mr.
It was nice meeting you.
I learned a lot about your course today.
All right, same to you.
All right. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys learned something today about
sending in your application.